As we look at writing our own inequalities, it's important to consider key words that mean less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. In this chart, you're going to notice several key phrases that stand for each of our inequalities. I want to encourage you to spend some time reading over the chart and thinking through those words. We're not going to spend time in the video reading it together, but I do want to encourage you that you need to take some time and read through those key words and think about them in relationship to the symbols that they go with. This is another chart of key words that, again, I would like you just to consider. I'd like you to consider what each of these words mean. For example, let's look at a maximum of. A maximum, that means at most, the very highest that something can be. And so if we consider that, we have four symbols. We have greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Maximum means the highest number something could be. So could something be greater than the maximum? No, that eliminates the greater than symbol. If the greatest number is the maximum, could you have something under that maximum number? Yes. So a less than symbol is still a possibility. If greater than is not a possibility, greater than is not equal to, or equal to is not a possibility. So let's think, a maximum of. If I say the maximum score you can get on a test is 100, can you score less than 100? Yes. Could you score equal to 100? Yes. That means the symbol that goes with a maximum is less than or equal to. I would like you to give some consideration to the other keywords in this chart and see if you can decide which of our four inequality symbols goes with each of these keywords. And we'll refer back to this in class, but for now, I'm going to move on and encourage you, after you've watched the video, to come back to this page in your notes and take some time to fill in this chart. Now, let's consider these sentences. We're going to try to translate these sentences into inequalities. The product of 3 and a number increased by 6 is at least 15. So let's consider our keywords there. We have the word product, which we know means multiply. The product of 3 and a number. So we're going to multiply 3 times x. Increased by, we know means addition. Increased by what? Well, increased by 6. Is at least 15. If I tell you that you must do at least 15 problems for homework, does that mean I want you to do less than 15? No. Does that mean I want you to do more than 15? Possibly. If I say at least 15, that means you have to do 15 problems or possibly more. So let's think about that. That would be greater than or equal to 15, meaning that 3 times x plus 6 must be equal to 15, or at least means it could be higher than 15. Look at the second sentence. 2 times the quantity of a number decreased by 7 is no more than negative 16. So we have that word quantity. Remember, that means parentheses. So 2 times, then we need our parentheses. What goes inside of those? A number decreased by 7. So x minus 7 is no more than negative 16. No more than. Consider that. No more than. If I tell you you may have no more than 5 minutes of a break, can you have exactly a 5-minute break? Yes. Can you have more than a 5-minute break? No. So you could you have less than a 5-minute break? Yes. So no more than communicates less than or equal to. 4 times a number is less than that number added to 21. So we have 4 times a number, 4 times x, is less than that number. What number? Well, we used x on as our a number, so we're going to use x again. A number added to 21. And there's our inequality. Now, let's consider how to write inequalities from a word problem. At a go-kart park, you can buy, at a go-kart park, you can pay $6 for admission and $4 for each ride. I can pay $6 for admission and $4 for each ride. Or I can buy an all-day pass for $25, which includes admission and unlimited rides. How many times would you have to ride the go-karts so that buying an all-day pass is a better value than paying for each ride? Now, let's consider that scenario. We're going to compare an all-day pass to paying per ride. And the question says, which one is a better value? Let's think about that in money. If we want a better value, are we looking to pay more money or are we looking to pay less money? Right? If I want a better value, I want to try to pay less money. So we are trying to find when is an all-day pass less than paying per ride. I don't want it to be equal to, because if both are the same amount, if buying an all-day pass is the same amount as paying per ride, that's not a deal. So I want it to be the all-day pass is less than paying per ride. So let's consider how much is our all-day pass. That's $25. So I want to know when paying $25 is less than paying per ride. So let's consider if we go into the go-kart park and we're going to pay per ride, we pay $6 to get in the park, plus we pay $4 per ride. Now, we don't know how many rides we're going to ride, so it's going to be 4 times however many rides that we ride. Now, if you look, we have our inequality. When is paying $25 less than paying 4 times however many rides plus $6? Now, let's go ahead and solve that. Let's take away 6 on both sides. 25 minus 6 is 19. So we have 19 is less than 4x. To get x by itself, let's divide by 4 on both sides. We get x. We have our less than symbol. 4 goes into 19 4 times. And we have 3 left over. So let's consider the question again. How many times would you have to ride the go-kart so that buying an all-day pass is a better value than paying for each ride? Look at our inequality. It says when 4 3/4 is less than x. That 4 3/4 represents our go-kart rides. Now, let's use our common sense. Can we ride the go-kart 4 3/4 times? No. So what we would say is riding the go-kart 5 times would be what we're looking at. If we ride the go-karts 5 times, then it would be a better deal for us just to go ahead and pay for the all-day pass. Let's consider another example. You would like to buy a DVD player that costs $89. You have $110 to spend. You also want to buy a DVD. What can the cost of the DVD be in order for you to buy both the DVD player and the DVD? So let's think about this scenario. We're going to buy a DVD player plus a DVD to go with it. And we have $110 that we can spend. Now, let's just think practically. If you go to the store with $110, can you spend more than $110? No. Can you spend less than $110? Yes. Can you spend equal to $110? Yes. So, if we think about this scenario, the DVD player plus the DVD has to either be less than or equal to $110. Now, let's fill in what we know. The DVD player costs $89 plus the price of the DVD, which we don't know, so we'll call that X. Together, those two amounts must be less than or equal to $110. Now, let's solve. Let's take away 89 on both sides. 110 minus 89 is 21. So we have x must be less than or equal to 21. That means that we can buy a DVD that costs $21 or less than 21. Let's look at one final example before we finish up. Let's look at one final example. It says at a miniature golf course you can pay $5 for admission and $2 for each round of golf. Or you can buy an all-day pass for $17, and that includes your admission and unlimited golf. How many rounds would you have to play so that buying an all-day pass is a better value than paying for each round? So again, let's consider this scenario. We want to know when the all-day pass is a better value than paying per round. Okay? This is similar to our first example. A better value means we want to spend less money. Not equal to, because that's not a better deal. We want to spend less money. So let's fill in what we know. An all-day pass costs $17. We want to know when that's less than paying per round. So if I pay per round, it says that we have to pay $5 just to get in, plus we have to pay $2 per round. So $2 times however many rounds that we play. So let's solve this. We're going to take away 5 on both sides. 17 minus 5 is 12, so we have 12 is less than 2x. We divide by 2 on both sides. We find out that 6 is less than x. So what does that mean? It means that any time that we play 6 rounds of golf or more, it would be a better deal for us to buy an all-day pass. If we play less than 6 rounds of golf, then it's a better deal if we just go ahead and pay per round. Before you finish your notes and submit them to Seesaw, I would like you to take a minute and read the statements on the left and try to match those written sentences with the inequality on the right that best fits each sentence. Again, I would like you to do that before submitting your notes to Seesaw. Once you've finished, go ahead and submit your notes to Seesaw.